everyone, Chivos here, bring you another Hyundai A League match review for the first game of the Hyundai A League Final Series. And it did see my team, Melbourne Victory, lose 2-1 to Brisbane Roar in what was a heartbreaking affair. I couldn't believe it. The hope was there, and then our dreams were shattered very quickly. So, we'll go through some things, as we always do. The lineup: Thomas, Delpierre, Broxham, Gojevski, and Geria. The middle, we had Bozanic, Finkler, and Valeri. And the front three, Calfella, Barbarousis, and Berisha, as always. And then on the subs, we had Vukovic, Galloway, Ansell, Thompson, and Macaronis. We only made 2 subs throughout the game, but we'll figure that out later. Now, obviously, we do our preview. Last weekend, we did keep a clean sheet against Brisbane Roar. It was fantastic, and we denied them of the Premier's plate, which is even better. Brisbane were the favourites going into the match. They're playing at home, which does obviously give them the 12th man. It's a huge problem, but we didn't overcome them, unfortunately. And we did have assistants on each goal line to help us with technology. You know how Finkler's goals have been this season. So we did have goal line assistants, but it hasn't worked out for us. So we'll talk about the game now. The first 15 minutes, Melbourne having a lot of possession. We have some good quality shots. Finkler came close. He sliced his shot, while Barbarousis managed a late save from Young, but we still hadn't found the back of the net. Brisbane have had a few half chances, poor chances. They not registered a shot. Then we started to knock on the door. Chance after chance after chance, but we couldn't capitalise and we couldn't find the back of the net. And then the end of the first half came. It was quite a disappointing first half. You know, we were doing quite well. Brisbane Roar weren't doing quite well. But there was no real action, which is a bit of a problem. Brisbane were really trying to play on the counter-attack, which was... It was working for them. They weren't having the shots they were looking for, but it was working for them. The pace of McLaren was a problem. You know, Delpierre, not the quickest player. Broxham, not too bad at the back, but not pacey as McLaren. McLaren is quite quick, which is a problem. So, they came close on the counter with 3 minutes left, but the defence managed to clean it up and things look good. We went to half-time, and these were the stats at half-time. Slightly more possession, 53% to 47%. We had 10 shots compared to Brisbane's none. We kept Brisbane shotless in the first half, which was incredible. We passed more, we had more passing accuracy, and we were winning majority of the duels. So things were really in our favour in the first half. Brisbane looked like they hadn't shown up, and they didn't look like they wanted to win the game. You know, Thomas, fantastic. He is fantastic. Now, we came very close at the start of the second half when Bozanic had his shot deflected. It just went wide of the top left-hand corner, and I thought it was in. I did. It just was unfortunate. If it hadn't taken the deflection, maybe it was a different story, but just wide of top bins. Then, Brisbane get a free kick. Deadly. 55 minutes gone, but the ball is kicked straight into the wall. They haven't capitalised on their chance, and it hasn't worked out for them. Aloisi did make his first change in the 55th minute. Super sub Enrique, or as they call him in Brisbane, the slippery fish, was introduced to the game, and we know how good a player Enrique is. He's an impact player, and he did perform. I will tell you that now, he did perform in this fixture. Then, 3 minutes later, we have a fantastic break. Berisha takes a selfish route, skies the ball. He had Calfella open on his right-hand side. He should have taken the opportunity to pass. He didn't, and it could have been 1-0. It could have been, but it didn't happen, so let's forget about it. Then, Barbarousis, fantastic cross from the left-hand side. He runs into the box. He looks up. He sees the open man in the middle. He hits it on the outside of his right foot. Great cross. Great cross. Calfella beats the offside trap. All he has to do is tap it home, and it's great. But he angles his foot wrong, puts a bit too much power on it, and it's past the top right corner. Should definitely be 1-0 by now. Definitely, no doubt about it. Calfella, you need to be putting those away. You've had a terrible season. That was your moment to redeem yourself, and you've just cost yourself even more. Terrible. Then, 70-minute mark, things are starting to become end-to-end. It's good. Both teams are going for the win. McLaren had a good chance. Thomas coming up big again, as he has week after week since being introduced, whatever, to the first team since our 5-0 loss to Brisbane earlier in the season. Thomas has come in, played fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then we went on the counter-attack, but once again, we could not find the end product we were looking for, and it's cost us again, unfortunately. Our first sub, 70 minutes, I think it was 78 minutes, 78 minutes we made our first sub. Valeriov, understandable, he's just come back from a long-term injury. He's still looking for match fitness, but he did a job. He brings on Ansell. Kevin Muscat brought on Ansell. It was a good idea. We've pushed Broxham, who was winning so many balls in the defence today. We pushed Broxham up into the midfield. We dropped Ansell back into the defence where he belongs, and it worked well. Ansell, Delpierre, not a bad partnership. Broxham in the middle does help a bit with our defensive duties. 10 minutes left. Brisbane are really starting to get into the game. It looks like it's going to extra time. No doubt about it. Things are... It was so hard to tell. It looked like we were going to extra time. But then things go from bad to worse. Jeria receives his second yellow card and is off with 7 minutes left to play. There's a late challenge on Broich from Jeria. It sees him go down. It's a definite yellow card. Now, Broich has looked for the foul. He's got the foul. Jerry's been sucked in. But Jerry can turn this around. You know, he's only a young player. He can always learn from this and become a better player in the future. But Kevin Muscat had to think. It looked like he's going to bring on Galloway. And he did. Now, the thing I have to say about Jerry, the red card was not deserved. It was deserved, don't get me wrong. But he shouldn't have had it because he made a stupid decision with his first yellow card. So I think I'll talk about that later. If not, I will cover that in a minute. But the point is, we're down to 10. Muscat's looking to bring Galloway on. But Broich has come off for treatment because he looks injured after the tackle from Jeria. So what happens? It's 10v10. Barbarousis plays a lovely switch ball from the right-hand side all the way across the pitch to the left-hand side. Finkler is running into the box. He shoots. Young comes up big again, makes a massive save. And it's still 0-0. Then, Calfella off. Galloway on. We've dropped back to the back four. Calfella not had the best game. Missed the opportunity. And he's been taken off. It's well thought. A good idea from Kevin Muscat. Go to the back four. Try and keep us in the game. But from the resulting corner, Finkler, well, his shot got us to the corner. Barbarousis whips the ball in. Berisha just steps in the box a bit. He then, last second, pushes off his player, commits fully to the shot, goes down as he's shooting, and it's in the back of the net. It's 1-0 Melbourne Victory with 5 minutes left to play, and I am going wild. Absolutely wild. Bessart Berisha jumps into the fans. The security are cracking the shits with him, but who cares? He has scored against his former club in a crucial game, and he's come up big. Fantastic there from Bess. And considering we were down to 10 men, even better. It looked like the game was ours. But then, from the kickoff, we switched off. We were still celebrating, and things didn't look good. We turned off. Brisbane came straight back into the game. It's 1-1. Less than a minute after scoring, Brisbane equalised, and my heart sank. I knew it was too good to be true. It was a good build-up play. Petratos is on the ball on the right-hand side. He whips into Mackay, who's at the front post. Delpierre probably should have done better. He hasn't. And what can you do? Delpierre is, 35, I think, struggling for his fitness. And he has made a mistake. He has, but ultimately, what can you do? The pressure's gotten to us. We're still celebrating. We switched off. We need to pay attention in the periods like this. So, he gets past Thomas. It's 1-1. It's a swift reply. And our own celebrations have cost us. Unfortunately, we've switched off. We thought the game was ours, and you have to remember you have to play to the final whistle. But it's 1-1. We can still go to extra time. Having one less man looked like it was really hurting us, and it wasn't looking good. We're trying to defend our lead and take the game to extra time. That's why we've brought Galloway on. Brisbane have a free kick just outside the area. 2 minutes of injury time left. Corona, you know how good he's been this season. He's on top of the ball. He shoots. Thomas probably could have held it. It was a good save, don't get me wrong. If Thomas had had a bit better reaction time, he probably could have held onto it and saved it, but he's pushed it out for the corner. What happens from the corner, you will not believe. Broich, one of the quietest players for Brisbane. He's a good player, but he's very quiet. He doesn't look like he's involved when he really is, and he's come up big. The ball comes in. I think Corona on the corner. The ball comes in. Broich makes a fantastic run at the front post. How he's come up with this, I have no idea. He's virtually unchallenged. Thomas thought the ball was dipping quicker than it was. And unfortunately, Broich with the header. What a header it was. It's in the back of the net. It's 2-1. Our season is over. Our chances of becoming back-to-back champions are done. And unfortunately, it's season over. It's not fully season over, but it's A-League season over. So all I have to say is the red card's cost us. No doubt about it. The red card has cost us. Calfala's missed a perfect opportunity, and it should have at least been 2-2. If it was 2-0 after Brescia scored, would have been a completely different situation. But we've made our own mistakes, and we do need to go and figure it out. Now, Jeria, I'm going to talk about his 2 yellow cards. The second one, the foul on Broich, definitely. No doubt about it. Broich has sucked him in. But the first yellow card, stupid. There's like 70 minutes. We've got like 20 minutes left to play. And he's lost the ball. Instead of just walking away, he's kicked the ball away. There was no point of kicking the ball away. No point. You know, you would have gotten back into your place. They wouldn't have played it quick. They would have tried to set it up. He's kicked the ball away. He's cost himself a yellow card. And then he's commit to a challenge he shouldn't have on Broich when he's already on a yellow. It was bad news. But as I said, Jeria is a young player. He is going to learn from this. And that is what we have to expect. But terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now, Gajewski, on the other hand, the commentators are saying Gajewski's had a fantastic game. I'll tell you what, he has had a fantastic game. But he still looks terrible. I'm sorry, Gajewski, but you're not the left back I want. Put Negro on the right, Galloway on the left, anyone on the left, just not Gajewski. He just doesn't fit in. In my eyes, he just does not fit in, and it's disappointing to see. But unfortunately, I'm not Kevin Muscat. I don't make the decisions. But now, Brisha crying at the end of the game. He's in tears. Berisha has such a passion for football. Enrique also has a passion for football. But Berisha, in tears, he knew how much this meant to him. He celebrated so hard after scoring against his own team, his old team. And then it's all broken down. You know, he thought the dream was alive. But really, our dreams have been crushed. And it's back to the drawing board. So now, Tuesday, we have an Asian Champions League game. Hopefully, just hopefully, we can we can manage to win. Hopefully we can manage to win, because if we win against Shanghai, we will go into the second round of the Asian Champions League, which is what we need. Theoretically, if you want Champions League football next year, we need to win the Champions League. It's a very, very unlikely that we win the Champions League. Sydney FC is still in it. We're still in it. Don't get me wrong, there's still that chance. But I don't think it's going to happen. We are probably one of the least favourite teams to win it from here. But we've been in a very good position, and we'll just have to see how far the Champions League campaign can go. But, you know, it's back to the drawing board. Next season is where we're looking. We've lost Barbarousis, which is huge. He was great on the wing. We've lost Guy Finkler, very creative player, fantastic on the free kicks. Both those guys going to Wellington. Delpierre wants to hang up his boots to the end of this season. We could be losing him. Carl Valeri, is he going to keep playing after his injury? I don't know. You know, could he take his time on football and just say, look, I have to worry about what's happened and I'm done. Archie Thompson, 37 years old. Is he going to hang around? Is he going to retire? It's so many question marks around next season. You know, we've got some good youth prospects coming through. Negro, Galloway. I know Galloway's already involved with the first team, but he's very good. Jeria, Deng as well. You know, Ansel. We have a very good squad, but we still need to rebuild. Obviously, losing Finkler is a international player spot. Losing Barbarousis is an international player spot. Delpierre, another international player spot. That would be 3. We could bring in 3 brand new internationals. It could be huge. Also, Calfala, is he going to stay? No, I don't know if Calfala is going to stay. He was disappointed about being left out of the Champions League squad. He hasn't performed this season. Are we going to keep him on the books for another year? I don't know. I know Bruce is going to stay. It looks like he's going to stay. He's just signed a new contract. But the point is, where do we go from here? We need to rebuild, and how are we going to do it? But I do have to say, congratulations to Brisbane. You've performed very well. You did not deserve the win today, but you have had a snatch and grab. You've managed to win, and I do wish you all the best in the final series. Do I want you guys to win it? I don't know. I don't want Melbourne City to win it, I'll tell you that. But Brisbane Roar, that you've beaten us. If you go on to win it, then good on you. It's good. But they have to go to Western Sydney Wanderers next week and see if they can beat Western Sydney at Parramatta Stadium. But that is it for now. I will try my best to cover the rest of the A-League season. You know, we've got the game on Sunday. Then we have the 2 semi-finals next week. And then we have the grand final. If I can cover it all, I will. If not, then I do apologise in advance. But let's just see how the finals series pans out. But if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to see more Hyundai A League content. And hopefully I'll catch you guys on another video.